Right, so last week I invited you into my kitchen to see me making risotto, and someone said they quite liked watching it and that I should do another one. So then I went into panic and said to my son Bill, who's on the camera, Bill.
Hello.
Bill, I don't know what to do next, I don't know what to cook. He said, Mum, you cook every single night, it's not going to be hard. And it's true, I do cook every single night. So what I thought we'd do tonight is just cook what I would normally cook. It's a Monday night. And teens are here, there and everywhere, so I thought what I would do is just cook what I would normally cook. So it all starts with the lemons, as you know, so let's get this lemon cut. And the reason, of course, we start in every one of these videos with the lemons is because this week is publication week, because My Lemon Grove Summer comes out in paperback on Thursday, so it'll be in all the shops. Go and ask your local bookseller to get it in, and then I'd like to see you two cutting a piece of lemon and celebrating with me. So lemons. Now we can cook tea. What I don't get is when you see all these celebrity chefs and none of them wearing aprons, and I'm just about to start cooking. I know if I start cooking now, everything's going to go down this top. So we're going to start with an apron. Oh, I tell you what also we'll get out. This is a Katie Ford tea towel if you're thinking of buying presents for people. That's my Katie Ford tea towel, although it should be very cross because it isn't ironed, so we'll put it away because I should have ironed that. I'm going to wear the pinny just for a bit. What we're going to cook tonight is a real old standby of mine. And when I was a child, I can see Bill rolling his eyes already, right? When I was a child, my parents worked and they'd come home and we'd been at school and doing some homework and we'd go, what's tea, Mum? What's tea? And she'd go, pork chops. And I can remember the day I went, oh no, not pork chops again. And my dad, who was a really quiet man, was really, really cross with me. He said, do you know what your mother's doing, working and also coming here and cooking? And I never ever moaned about pork chops again. He was really cross with me. But there isn't pork chops tonight. My standby is spaghetti bolognese. I love making spaghetti bolognese. And Bill will come in and say, what's for tea tonight, Mum? And I'll go, spaghetti bolognese. And he'll go, okay, so we're going to start now with chopping the onions. We're going to do all the chopping. Bill says I've got to do all the chopping now, but I've only got the onions to do. And I've just got the garlic out the freezer, which is the same garlic that I used last week when I made the risotto. Now Bill says, what I've got to say is, what have I got to say, Bill?
If you want to know more about the garlic, you can check out last week's video.
You can check out last week's video.
There'll be a link in the description.
Oh, there'll be a link in the description, apparently.
Or you could check it out on my YouTube channel.
Or you can check it out on my YouTube channel, which has only got one video on it, so you won't go far wrong. Okay, come with me, let's chop this onion, then we're going to get the lardons going and get this kitchen smelling lovely. So, what we want to do, olive oil. Now this is supermarket olive oil. So like I told you last week, I always start with a recipe, a bit like when I'm writing a book. I always start with a recipe and then if I go off piece it doesn't really matter, but I like to know where I'm going. So I've made spaghetti bolognese for years. My mum made spaghetti bolognese, I've made spaghetti bolognese. Some people do it with celery and with carrot and that's nice. And I was making it and it changed all the time. And then one day I was reading this book, which is Hugh Fernie-Whittenstall's meat cookbook. And at the back he had a spaghetti bolognese recipe. And I thought that's interesting, I'll try it. And now I pretty much follow his recipe for this, even though I've been making spaghetti bolognese for years. But the thing that I really love, and look, you can see how splattered this page is. I think a best loved cookbook should be really battered and splattered. But the thing that really makes this spaghetti bolognese that I have realised is you need lardons. And so we're going to start with lardons in the pan. Bits of bacon, don't go and buy lardons specially. Use smoky bacon, streaky bacon, but just like a bit of pork. And it's like, I'll show you the chilli that we do from this book as well at some point, which is a party special of ours. We like to do a big pot of chilli for everybody. But again, the pork in it makes the difference. So that's why we're going to start heating up this oil and get the lardons on. Okay, so the other thing I was going to tell you is while you've got the lardons going, is what I tend to do is get the mince, break it up and get it in the oven. Now this was a Tom Kerridge tip. He said, instead of trying to brown off your mince on the stove, on the hob, in a frying pan, put it in the oven because it caramelizes. And the caramelization is what gives things a really, really lovely flavour. It's basically the sugars caramelizing, turns caramel. It's the same with toast. The reason toast is so gorgeous and smells so wonderful, it's the sugars in the bread that are turned into caramel. So we're going to put this in the oven and let it brown off while I'm doing the lardons, the onions and the garlic. So the important thing at this point, when it's spitting and going golden, is to turn it right down so that we can add, ow, that's when it would have gone right down my top, so that we can add the onions. We'll just take it off the heat for a minute and let it cool down. Add the onions. And of course the other thing about doing the mince this way is you get all the fat to stay in the pan. Right, let's get some tomatoes in here. And as I say, I'm going to use 2 cans. So, haven't got any red wine, I'm going to put a drop of rosé in there. Which means there'll be a glass of rosé with dinner.
Yep.
Right, turn the heat back up. Olive, anybody? And I'm just going to use Italian seasoning. To make sure you can taste it. No point in seasoning it, you can't actually taste it. Midweek tea, spaghetti bolognese with Billy and Joe. Cheers.